Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to some casual space engineers. This is the Automatons update that dropped a few days ago, and I've decided I visit one of the older servers that I was playing on. And that server actually reshaped itself to a Star Wars themed server. And I'm excited to try this out. I am not yet particularly sure what will happen. Imperial Navy, of course we will be with the Imperials. Galactic Federation. Scarif Mining Corporation. I will probably join the Imperial Navy. That seems like a good idea. Empire Spawn. Yeah. Oh, and we are landing. That was a quick landing for sure. Let me look around a little bit. So you have multiple planets here and all Star Wars themed. And if I read the server description correctly, this server will also have some weekend events. So, sort of like Conquest or something similar. And I am not yet sure how that will work, but let me... First I need to reconfigure my toolbar because none of these functions have any use for me. Everything is turned off. Connector. Oh, I do miss my colorful icons. But for the moment I will bear with this one. And what I need is handbrake on off. Because this one had handbrake. And the main guy, Torps, is already welcoming me here. Woohoo! I will stop and talk with him for a second. I wanted to get to this hill because this seems to be the closest that I have as an elevation, and I think it would be a good vantage point just to look around. And the server, let's just have standard 1G gravity. Right. Oh, so that thing was ice. It looks very icy. We were sliding on it like it would be a skate ring. And so we have jetpacks, that's good. I like this hill already, so I will probably build here. And there's ice and planets and moons everywhere. I really want to see the sunrise. That will determine the placement of my base. I will probably try to keep this tree here. I really like building around natural foliage. And I think the sunrise will come from that direction. So let me cut back when the sun is rising, so you can see the first sunrise on the server. I mean the current iteration of this server with me. And of course we will have the automatons thingies, so I have the AI blocks here, and I have a bunch of additional blocks that this server is using. They are probably Star Wars themed, like some factory cockpit thingies that I have not seen, force field, Star Wars weapons, I think. We have the emotional controller, warning signs, the air ducts, probably these are another ones. Saberoid, Plushy. Oh, so this is what the developers were referring to in the live stream, that there's one block that they have not added yet. Components, Saberoid, Plushy. Alright, these are probably craftable somewhere. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, no sunshine yet. But I thought I will try to climb up on that hill. That would be a good vantage point. I have not seen anything larger nearby. Fork said that this is a paradise planet, and I'll be the judge of that. But I already see palm trees and a nice sandy beach, so I tend to believe him on this one. But you know, things like this can happen. Oh jeez Louise. Wait, I've seen something here in the groupings that was... But it was not even in the groupings, it was... Gyro roll. Toggle block on off. Yeah, I might need to figure this out. Let's say override controls on off. Oh, I can actually see this rolling, so... Well, there we go. So it is useful. I was slightly afraid of these roll controls. When I started out Space Engineers for YouTube in my solo series, I actually didn't know how these work properly, and I did manage to just simply roll my car and destroy everything almost. If you have not seen that video, I can highly suggest to check it out. It's an older one, but you can see me blunder around. My microphone was not working, my game was not working, and I managed to break everything in my path. Alright, handbrake on. And this will be a good place. I just probably need to get starting on doing some basic mining. And to check out this rover a bit more. Alright, so I have a connector down there, that's fine. I have access to a medium container here. And I highly assume it has a survival kit somewhere. Oh yeah, there it is. So cool. My next activity will be to dig some soil and make some basic structure. I'll be back when that will happen. Alright. First steel plates are being made. And I think I've gathered like a few scoops of stone that is being processed. And that's perfectly cool. I just need to outline some small buildings, considering the trees that I do hope will stay in place. Yeah, let me just take what I have, and then yeah, I put my standard Yeah, I think I will start somewhere around here-ish. Yeah. I still have not seen the sunrise. But that's alright. Wait, let me check one thing. So this is basically the shorter end of this hill here. And I will probably should build somewhere on this side. But this one has a bigger surface area, so I might just create something like and this almost looks like there's a road here. I assure you it is not a road. I will need to make it a road, perhaps. But I like the idea, so I will probably start somewhere here-ish. Yeah, I just need to make sure that I'm in somewhat gravity and I'm aligned. Yeah, this one is probably good. I will just make my standard cube here. And I will probably need some more in this direction to make it mighty. It should be actually high enough, so if I ever decide that I will make this like a platform that can go down and... Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. Alright, I'll be back in a moment. Getting closer. I am trying to connect to this grid that I was trying to build here, but you know, clean up on the server happens. And if I'm not connected to it or not have a power, then it will be deleted. So I'm currently racing against time and resources to make sure I can connect this ship. And the best way and the fastest way to do it, I think, is simply to grind down the unnecessary parts from my rover. Because this one has a lot of steel. A lot of steel that I don't particularly need. What I need is their power and their antenna. And then I can think about expansion. Oh, jeez Louise. I think I managed to grind down my O2 generator. Alright, so first things first, renaming. Then I need to have it powered. me try hovering over this connection port. I think it should be like here. Here it should be fine. And what I need is I need to go to my menu, select my wheels, and I need to make them lower. Well, not that much, but just enough so they are connected. Oh, actually they can't be connected at maximum height even after, you know, after the connectors have established connection, they are yellow. I can... Oh, yes, it's alive. I still have not seen the sunrise though, but at least I have some platform here that I can use. I will probably need a basic refinery, basic assembler, some wind turbines on it, something to make sure that it will stay alive, perhaps a small beacon. But for that I will probably need to have a lot more resources, so let me get back to you once this one is a bit more established. Alright, look at that. The morning is coming. Finally. Yeah, it's a strange reddish morning, but I don't mind it. A bit strange to see all these planets around. But at least we will have a chance to look at my starter location. Several admin said that I'm fairly close to a spawn point, which makes sense. So he advised me not to use my turrets or not to have them out, because new players by default hostile, and that can cause some early issues. Let me see, I think this is him. I need to check. Yeah, this is him. He was already mining something here. And also he already built some basic miner ship. And oh yeah, he already digged down deep here. Look at that. Already digging the iron out. I might take some of his iron. I don't think I have anything near my place. But let's get back to the sunrise. I see it coming already. I already started putting down a basic assembler and refinery, so that's the project for today, to have the basics. And then I'm not sure how I will proceed. I might just make a drill and start digging straight down. That should be easy enough. But let me go a bit more up. Just wanted to check out this view. Right. So here we are. Down is my base, somewhere there is Torx. This is base. And I don't yet see any NPCs spawning around, so he might have set this up as, you know, a bit more survival-y than it needs to be. I guess if we would make some enemies spawn, it would be easier to just take over something from the enemies. But as things stand right now, I think I will need to do my digging and surviving like in a normal game. Right. As the sun is coming up, I will, get back to you in a second. I just wanted to show you how the sunrise looks and how daylight looks on this planet. See you in a second. Alright, welcome back, folks. This is the full daylight version of the planet, and in the distance you can see the server admin's giant power tower. I made a little bit of changes here and there. Let me quickly walk you through it. I don't have H2. Let me remedy that. For some reason my survivor kit here is not piped up properly.
Fuel critical.
Wait, do I have a hydrogen bottle? No, those are all oxygen bottles. Dang it. Make me a hydrogen bottle. Let me. Even though this is connected to the base, it only shows one. Inventory, and I'm not particularly sure why. Anyway, let me throw all these junk here. I can sort it out later. And oh jeez Louise, this is what I was afraid of. I'm not able to get out of here. Hold on, let me find those bottles, and I think I have them here, yeah. And then I need to jog up here on the side. And I swear I will need to fix all of this. I need to find my O2 gen because it is working. And it should have ice in it. Here it is. And I can access it from the car, but I'm not able to access it when it's full. Oh, and of course it's not even switched on. Alright, it doesn't actually need to, because otherwise it will just use all my ice to fill in hydrogen tanks that I will not use. So let me... Yeah, so now I have a full hydrogen bottle and I can put all that back in. Finally, the power of flight. Alright, so this is what I was working on. I made a little grinding pit here, which is not finished. And I kept this hole here because I kind of like the idea that I can just jump down there and I will have a base here. I was trying to make something here with a large glass window out to this vast empty planet. Probably not the best view, but this is what I work with. I was trying to work around this base, and I can actually make another view here under the grinders. I can probably drive it out there, and that would be a slightly better view of all the planets. I also kept this one part here because I really like the idea of having some greenery and flowers in the base. I started building a med bay, but I don't yet have the medical components to build it. So, that will take some time. And I have this area here, which I used Probably I should have added this sign up there, but I can still access the container behind it, so that should be fine. And I used one of the new blocks here, which are the well, with an angle corridor boxes. They were interesting. I like it. I like this half cutout thingy, and I have this door here that leads to the underbelly of all the things. I have a circular drill here, and yesterday before I logged off I just managed to make sure that it can actually circulate around, so whenever I need resources I can just start pushing this out and making it circulate, so it will cut out a large circle down here up until this length. I didn't really have the space for it. I just finished this large container yesterday before I logged off, but yeah, I should be able to have enough materials from now on. No issues whatsoever. At worst case scenario I can always extend it outwards. I can add more pistons, and this can dig deep. Dig as deep as I want it to. And I can just walk on it if I need to. I like the idea of just flying out of here if I need to. This was generally meant to be a salvage yard. So, you know, I might put a welder line here. That's why I have not welded these up yet. And yesterday I was salvaging some surrounding SR bases, which we still have a few. So I might need to go look for it. But I wanted to show you something that was here, and it was very cool. Yesterday I used some of these Imperial outposts, since we are in a Star Wars themed server, to kite some SRs into it, and they are very good at dispatching them. I was able to get a lot of materials actually from just kiting SR drones into the range of these. And look at this. This is an Imperial gold mine. There are some ball turrets here defending the place. Stuff you can connect to, I guess, if you have the ride, because right now I don't think I have, access denied. And these Star Warsy structures are also here. And if you go in the mine, after a while you can see that they have gold. I can't currently process gold, so it has no use for me. I will probably need some advanced stuff, advanced refineries to make it happen. I think that's a new player. They just forgot to join a fresh faction. Luckily they don't have anything to shoot me with. And yeah, they are disconnected halfway in their work, and their towers are a bit too close. They should be at least 8 units apart. But yeah, this is what I wanted to show you, that we have these Imperial themed structures around, and I will get back to my base. And I was planning to get a bit more of these SR bases, but for that I will need a proper ship. So let me cut back to you once I have designed something good for the purpose. See you in a second. Woohoo! Short update, folks. A couple of things happened in the past day or so. I extended the base a little bit. And added a few of the new building blocks like this one. Finally welded up my medical bay, and this one is also connected, and I'm filling it with hydrogen, the tanks. I made a little way to get here, and this is what I wanted to show you. This was previously not possible. The new block with the inset lighting, if you put a light here previously it would just take up this whole cube here, but with the inset light you can have a light here and you can put anything you want in the cube, and if you drive the railings outside that looks a bit strange, but that also means that it almost looks like there are 3 things in one block. So that's an interesting development. I added these catching nets, so in case I would fall out, I would not fall down to the rocks but to the nets. I had to repaint this ship 2 or 3 times now because I went for iron there and I fell out of the sky. There were some server issues when subgrids were deleted. Actually, that's why I'm a bit perplexed here, because I'm supposed to have a ship here and I am not really, see that ship there. Although Albert actually has some rights to it, and I told him that it's his ship and he can take it, so probably he took it out for some job. I also added some solar and wind power. The solar is not really welded up fully, and I've almost completely finished my grinder pit here as well, so I can drop here whatever I find. And the welder line here, I kept this hole here. I still think it looks pretty neat that you have like a hole in your base. I think it's interesting, and of course it gives me quick access in and out when I need to. Nothing has changed down there, it's just my drill, except that due to the subgrid deletion I think some part of it is deleted. Yeah, not cool, but it's okay, I can remake this when I need to. At the moment I'm quite good with materials, especially since there was an iron mine discovered in that direction somewhere. If I switch on the markers for a second, it's around that. No, actually it's near Torque Space. Tide Patrol, Imperial Navy. So it's somewhere along that line, and it's a bit of a shame because they also built a gigantic drill to mine out everything in that area. But when the subgrids were deleted, they actually deleted their drill as well. But luckily enough, they actually drilled out enough of the ground so that I have direct access to iron. So whenever I need materials, I just use this ship. I attached one drill here. I might need to add another one here as well, but that's not that important. And I have enough, I will have enough iron. And we have a ton of assets here, but I can't really attack any of them at the moment unless, I'm doing it on foot. And I'm just, rushing there and grinding it out. Because I have not found magnesium. So the next thing that I will have to do will be to create something. Oh, this is a magnificent shot. I need something that can have a large ore detector, and then I can find some magnesium. Perhaps something that I can go up to space with, which I can't currently do. So yeah, another quick cut. I'll be back. Alright folks, it's either something extremely stupid or something extremely brave. I was processing, I created first of all a little bit of a mining facility here. Nothing much, just something to get to the magnesium down there. Something to process it. something to hold it, something to power it, and additionally created a hydrogen well mine, which is, as you can tell, more or less working. Whenever the refinery is refining, we have a slight power issue, but that's alright. I'm more worried about this one. This was the drill, and as you can tell, I pulled a line of pistons, and then I added a motor, a hinge. I drove it all the way here, and now my fuel is critical. But that's why we have the freaking fuel line. Now I just need to as you can tell, it's a slight bit violent. I can probably push this a little bit further, and when they are close enough, I can try connecting them. And what I need is, I think I just need to either all of it will blow up, or I don't know what will happen, but there's a chance that we'll have an issue here. Maximum distance 6.3. Let me put it like 8. Eight and a half. Uh, 8 3/4. That might be a little bit much. Alright, let me pull this back and let me adjust it a little bit. I will, first of all, minimum distance, let's say 6. I reverse it, and then I get to my blocks here, and I will try to raise with this hinge. Yeah, this is it. And then oh, I see it, I see it. I saw it for a second. But by the time I get there, let me add a little bit. Uh-oh, that 8.9 might be a little bit of too much. Let me reverse this. Instead of 8.9, let's make it 8.6. And let's quickly fix this mess. Ooh, I'm lucky that it was not exploding, but there's still a chance. Right. Righteous. Say your prayers. Alright, let me do the one last adjustment. Hinge, a bit more up. Is it enough? No. Dang it. Exciting times. Not the inertia tensor, because then everything will explode for sure. Oh, there was a glitch. But we have connection. And it looks supremely stable, so let me did it! I did it! I connected the two bases through all this mess. Now, at least these should have enough power, because then whatever I have up there is also generating here. So everything should be stable. But the good part is I can pull from this base, oh, I saw a shadow, into this one. So the next chapter here will be to utilize this hole that I dig here, and I will put a couple of large containers and hydrogen tanks here. I wager that I can put in there like 4 of each, and then this can be the headquarters deep in the mountain. And one more thing that I wanted to show you, folks.
Fuel critical.
Not that my fuel is critical. Let me fix that issue. That I fabricated this netting to catch everything that might fall. I also more or less made a working version of a large grid ship. Not fully done, but it has thrust in all directions. It has 2 large Gatling guns. I covered the internals with panels, and with this ugly thing, and it only works, I mean, you can only access the stuff behind it if you open both of it, and you can only open, you know, each door, not both of them at once. Yeah, I don't particularly like the shape, but it's definitely unique. I can extend it like in this direction a little bit more. I actually plan to add something here, something of the similar color but a different shape, sort of like a small back wing, if that makes sense, just as for decoration and for balance sake. There's a large cargo container behind this, and you know, it might pull a lot of things down, but it has a netting under it. I even put a netting on the ship. I have not finished this back section yet. Behind this is the survivor kit, and I have enough lifting thrust to lift all this in a matter of seconds to outer space. Unfortunately, there isn't anything in outer space at the moment. There is a cluster of asteroids. Let me enable my signals. So there's a cluster of asteroids about 160 kilometers that way. That's like a 15-20 minute trip, I wanna say. I'm not particularly sure what spawns in there, but that's where I can get silver for sure. I don't particularly need silver. What I will need is a jump drive, but I can only have a jump drive once I can process gold. We have a gold mine there, but we don't have advanced refineries. After I can comfortably go up and down with this, I will probably have to do a couple of missions in the nearby stations until I can afford an advanced refinery part. And after that I can use the gold to create a jump drive, and then it will be profit. Because with jump drive I can get on my way, and even I can visit Serenity, and she's on one of those planets. I have not yet saved the waypoint she gave me, but yeah, once I have that, I have enough magnesium so I can bring her ammunition That's the... Actually, she also has magnesium mine, she told me, so she might not need ammunition. But yeah, we will see. Anyway, for the moment, I'm happy that this contraption have not blown up. But since these are subgrids, I cannot guarantee that they will not be deleted, so my priority now is to create the mountain resource depository and pull everything from there. After that, I will probably need to grind all of these down up until this point, and then I can turn this one, the whole thing is rotating on this rotor. I can turn it back here and I can mine the magnesium, and I think there's nickel in it, even silicon a little bit. So yeah,
Critical.
boring stuff, and unfortunately I have not exploded. I'm too good of an engineer for that. See you guys shortly. We are back with a little bit of a time jump. As you can see here, I'm with a fully capable large grid ship with guns. Although this is not a combat ship, you can tell it has a jump drive, and I'm near the Mandalorian planet. We are trying a daring rescue of Serenity, who is somewhere along those coordinates. I'm currently waiting for my jump drive to recharge. And in the meantime, I walk you through the changes I've made. Previously there was a large tank here, but I don't really need two tanks when I have a jump drive. So I replaced that with a jump drive and 3 hydrogen engines. These are pumping the power to recharge the jump drive. And hopefully I have enough hydrogen to recharge it at least 2 times. I think I do, because now I'm recharging with maximum speed I can recharge. I also added an auto cannon here. Everything is set up to fire at enemies. Hopefully we will not meet with many. But, you know, the goal is to go down there, pick up Serenity's little rover, which she modified, and pick up all the assets she had, and then blast off into our own planet, which is that away. 2000 kilometers exactly. We are relocating her into Imperial space. I do hope this will not get into a conflict. I really don't wanna fight in this ship. I mean, it is fairly fast, and it has 2 large Gatling guns, 3 large Gatling guns, and an auto cannon. But it doesn't have much, you know, at the bottom. So if somebody is shooting us from the bottom, well, we will not be able to do much about it. I put a tarp here because I thought it looks cool, but that's not much of a protection. I put a magnetic plate here instead of a landing gear because that's shorter, and I wanted to keep a fairly light footprint. I have plenty of oxygen. I even have a visitor seat. So if no shooty will happen, this should be able to just land down, lift up Serenity, and then, you know, do the rescue. I'm currently at 77% of jump drive, so you know, I will probably need to aim roughly in that direction. Let me speed this up a little bit, and you can join back when, you know, stuff is happening. rescue is afoot, and I see a hostile beacon already. Serenity is probably on the other side of the planet, but only 9 kilometers from what I can tell. Maybe she is on this side, sorry, it just looked very much like it would be on the other side. Asset research base, asset research page. Base. It seems the Mandalorians are pretty much occupied by Asset. Oh jeez, look at all the Asset. Let me put myself into sea level. That's where I will most effective. Oh jeez, Louise, look at all that. What is red? Alright, they should be fairly good. About 3 kilometers out. I have yet to see a Serenity marker. I do hope this is the place. Oh, I do see a neutron signal there. Meters. But something is not showing. Something was shooting at me from that direction. Can't see anything in this poop. I think that's a tree. Alright folks, when I started ascending and wait for Serenity to join me so we can go to our new home planet, that's when the local guys were harassing Serenity and, you know, calling her names behind her back, came and tried to shoot me out of the sky just because I was on their planet. I know, PvP server, blah blah blah. I know that it's technically within the rules, but you know, if you are the kind of person who shoots people just because technically you are within the rule set of the server, but you know, you were unprovoked and you know, you are just engaging in unconsensual PvP and you know, not even just shooting the guns out and you know, letting the other party go, because that was the server rules up until like a few days ago. And that, you know, PvP should be consensual and your gun should be set as shooting the weapon out of the other guy's ship. But you know, at this point I was not really able to do much. I only had like 3 guns, 4. It was meant to keep away assault drones, not players who deliberately trying to shoot me out. Technically I lasted quite a long time here, but it was just delaying the inevitable. They had faster ships and my Gatling guns were not even doing any damage. I'm not even sure if they are useful against people at any level at this point, because technically I had 3 Gatling guns aiming at their ships and they had small ships, and I don't think I have done any damage. I was pretty busy trying to avoid them and I managed to do for a while, but they shoot out my jump drive, and after that I was not really able to do anything because my ship has, due to its size, moves much slower than their fighter ship, and even though technically I was not in their planet anymore, they were chasing me down, and you know, they were not happy with just damaging the ship beyond repair. Even if they shoot out the jump drive, I was in a bad position because traveling 2,000 kilometers on a badly managed ship would have taken me several hours. But no, they were going for full annihilation without any warning or any compromise. So, you know, I understand that this is within the rules, but if you know, you engage in this, then you are an asshole. You know, I don't particularly want to play with assholes when I can help it. I'm too old to just, you know, battle it out with them. I particularly despise PvP in any settings because, you know, I think people should be aiming for getting along. And, you know, my hands were shaking. I was not particularly in my element here. I just saw the ship that I built for a good week, upgrading it, modifying it, changing it, so it will be a good transport and I can do quests with it. I mean, missions within the stations, economy missions. I just managed to gather enough to get the jump drive, and I, you know, was aiming straight for this planet to rescue Serenity from them. And I failed miserably. Not only I destroyed Serenity's only assets, but they, without any provocation, came and destroyed my only possession at this point in this sector. So, you know, we ended up losing. And I ended up respawning on my own ship, and I decided that I needed to break from this server because, one, I don't really want to play with people like this, and the other one is that I play this too much in recent days, so I anyway need some break from Space Engineers. I might come back and play it because, you know, the game is good, but I don't particularly think that I wanna play on this server anymore because you know, even though if bullies are not coming after you, you have the chance not to engage with them, and that's what I choose. I choose not to engage with this kind of people, so, you know. And the guy was actually the friend of the server admin, so I don't particularly feel that I have anything I can do to, you know, to remedy this or to make sure this will not happen in the future. So, you know, even though I would have enjoyed staying here and building automations, I'm pretty sure I will not return here anytime soon. Sorry guys, I actually called in a couple of people here to play with me on this server, and 3 of them actually came. but you know, in this case I don't think I will be able to continue for my own mental state. In any case, this was the video. If you found any enjoyment in it, let me know. This I will probably not make it public because of the video quality is very poor, but you know, you can let me know on Twitter if you what do you think of this. And I hope you will have a fantastic day. See you in the next one, people. Bye bye.